What's up, math scholars and math haters? This is Mr. W. Today we're going to tackle question 5 in the 6th grade math questions that North Carolina released this past school year. The question tells us that Jamal will cut a piece of wood that's 2.5 feet long into quarter-foot sections, and we're supposed to figure out how many sections will result. How many sections is he going to get after doing all of this? So this question focuses on one big skill, and that's dividing fractions. Now, since this is the first big dividing fractions question that we've come across, I'm going to do this two ways. I'm going to do this the normal way, where I use keep, change, flip, and all that, but I'm also going to do it as a picture, and I'm actually going to start with my picture. So if my piece of wood to start with, or Jamal's piece of wood, is 2.5 feet long, here's 1 foot, here's 2 feet, and here's my half a foot. If I'm going to cut this into quarter-foot sections, that's my first foot of wood cut into quarters of a foot, my second foot of wood, and now my half foot of wood. I know that 1/4 goes into each whole foot 4 times and into the half foot 2 times. I can just count these sections and I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm pretty sure my answer is going to be 10. And I'm glad that I did this by drawing a picture first, but I will also try this the quote-unquote normal way, where I actually go ahead and divide my fractions. So now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn 2.5 feet from a mixed number into an improper fraction, so that I don't have to worry about a whole number here. I can just go ahead and add, or I can just go ahead and have a numerator and denominator and be done with it. So specifically, I'm going to use my left to right swoosh trick, where I do 2 times 2 and add 1, multiply my denominator by my whole number and add my numerator. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 equals 5, and that's still 5/2, or 5/2. So now I just need to divide this, and we can tell that we're dividing because we're cutting into sections. That's a pretty good indicator that the problem wants us to divide. So this is divided by 1/4. And now that I see 5/2 divided by 1/4, I'm going to use my keep, change, flip trick that I've used before, where I keep 5/2 the same, so it becomes 5/2 again. I change dividing by to multiplying, and then I'm going to flip 1/4 over into 4 ones, or 4 wholes. And now I just have a multiplying fractions problem, where I'm going to go ahead and multiply my numerators and multiply my denominators. 5 times 4 equals 20. 2 times 1 equals 2. And now if I want to treat this like simplifying a fraction, or just by dividing 20 by 2, either way I can divide by 2, and it gets me 10, or 10/1 if you prefer. Either way, it's going to be 10. It's the same answer that we got from the picture, and now I know for sure that my answer is C.